All right, what's up? My music is way too loud. All right, if you're in chat, type 1. I'm going to start doing something new. I'm going to start doing a 0.25 Solana giveaway at the beginning of every stream. Dude. Hey guys, let me put my last thing out that I need to. My music is so loud that like I literally don't even. What the fuck? Okay. All right, I posted that I'm live and stuff, so here we are. What's up? Good to see you guys today. What's up, other Ash? Tuned. All right, we're doing something new. I'm doing a 0.25 Solana Noti Gang giveaway at the beginning of streams. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about today, but I need to start by drinking some coffee. I top blasted this Pigeon coin. One of the things that I hate more than anything else is when people are like, "Oh my god, this is going to be the next white whale," but like this guy actually like might be. This guy goes, "Hello, bro, can I work for you?" Well, what do I need done? What work am I getting accomplished? Hey, Rendon. Saying the next Mudang or Penguin is so negative EV. I agree. But this dude, this Penguin guy has like actually been buying up. I think he has like 15% of the supply of this coin so far. And he's aped like 200, 300K in this coin. So unless he just rugs, this guy is doing like the white whale playbook all over again. And he's just like sitting around doing this all day. I don't know why. I don't know what his intent is though. Like I don't know what he would like why he's doing this. Like I have no idea what you don't need to watch the chart, put your headphones on and you will understand that the chart is doing through sound. Like what the fuck does that even mean? Why does this post have no views? Whatever. This guy's been slamming this. I should buy more of this. The white pigeon. Somebody made like somebody made like another deriv last night. Oh, dude, my coffee is so good today. What the fuck? This is so good. I actually made like a really good coffee. What's up, Mikey? Do you remember that one time when you shilled me that coin and it died? Man, this is like one of the most cursed coins ever. This shit ran to like what, 2 mil? And then it had like a scam pump and then a scam pump and then a scam pump and then a scam pump. Like this coin has gone through so much. Have I seen Palmbon? Yeah, I did. I did see that. I'm like too mid curve to bid like a new Pokemon, like a brand new Pokemon that just came out. I don't know why, like I just can't do it. I do know why. The reason why I can't bid like a new Pokemon coin or something is because if there's no like Pikachu or Charizard coin and like, you know, this Ash Ketchum Satoshi coin is still down so bad, then why would I bid a Pokemon that is brand new that nobody even knows like what it is or does? And I guess the answer is because of attention. Like you're basically just bidding on the attention and the fact that like it's gotten posted a lot. But man, I have like such a hard time. I have a hard time bidding something that I feel like people aren't going to care about in 2 seconds. But I'll pull it up in a minute. I need to wait for my main clipper to get here before we really get started. Let me message him real quick. Let me go through like everything. Holy shit, dude. Anti-Hunter is at what market cap? 940K? No way, dude. That is incredibly dog shit. What's up, Zeusivs? Do I trade new pairs? Not really. Just depends on what it is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing this Noti Gang giveaway. Dude, Lobstar is fucked. Pow is shilling the absolute goddamn tits off this coin. Psyop anime dusted so hard. Another white whale type thing. This jelly bean coin that was so crime that I didn't buy last night. Do I only trade the huge and old runners? I mean, dude, I trade whatever. Like, I trade anything that I think is good, whether it's a big coin or a small coin or whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But I don't really bid stuff under 100K. I top blasted this pretty hard. I'll probably buy more of it though. I have a feeling that this is gonna pop off. This one wallet that I track has been accumulating the fuck out of 6-7. This guy already made a $500,000 on it and has 17K in at these levels. Like, bro, if this guy even gets a pump back to like 10 mil, he's gonna cook so hard. He has so much of the supply of this. He has 1.25%. Lobstar sending supply to that guy and only getting 40K out of it is hilarious. Dude, so funny. That guy made a bag, but fumbled a bag. Am I currently holding anything? You know, you ask a lot of questions, my guy. You're asking a lot of shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding... I bought this Pigeon coin, which I'm probably going to buy more of. Because this dude is, like, accumulating a fuck ton of this coin. And it seems like he wants to keep pushing it. You took a 74 soul loss on Lobstar? Yeah, I'm sorry. You're naturally curious. You can ask whatever, dude. I'm just messing. Okay. I need to wait for my clipper, my main clip guy to get here. But I need to pull up like a bunch of the charts that... Why did Soul Crow buy this so low? Oh, because this coin has already been out. I must have missed this. Yeah, I was sleeping. This looks dog shit. How much did Cooker make? $7,800. Wow. He print-a-loadioned. There we go, third. I was waiting for you to get here. I need to do a market update video of all the things that are popping off. But I need to organize all these real quick. Sorry you were running late. I mean, I did give you like a 10-minute heads up that I was going to stream, so I'd say probably not on you, more on me. What? Wait, okay. Why did Gork not run? First of all, Gork did run. Second, it got PvP'd. Or it probably would have gone higher. All right. So, guys, here's what's going to happen real quick. You're going to have to give me like 5 to 6 minutes. I am about to give a market overview. I'm going to talk about each individual coin that I think is relevant to talk about. And then we are going to get into like everything else after. We can look at like some news stories and stuff that have been going on. I need to start pulling up like news and shit more often. You'll never forget when I said Hasbullah was going to the moon, I don't think that that was me. I didn't even buy that coin. NFT? I don't think that was me. I never bought a Hezbollah anything because I never fucked with that guy. I never traded any of the Hezbollah bullshit. I should have traded his coin though. He made a coin for his dog or some shit, and it went to like 100 mil. Oh, so this guy just fucking deleted his shit. It was you? Dude, it definitely was not me. I've never been bullish or traded anything Hezbollah in my life. What's up, Yusuf? Long time no see, dude. You should have stuck around, Yusuf. Do I do VCs on Discord while trading? Sometimes. A lot of times I try not to get distracted though. Bro, this looks like it's gonna fucking crank. Do I think Punch is fried? Okay, let's go over all this stuff real quick. Let me turn off my music. Here's gonna be the plan. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna need to do like a market update style run through real quick. So I'm gonna talk about like everything within a nice 3 to 4 minute span so that I can get I can get a good clip out of it. And then afterwards, if you want to talk about individual coins a little bit longer, that would also be good. Because what I would like to do is have one clip, one segment where we talk about everything really quick, and then we just talk about each individual coin so that I have like clips for that too. You wish you did? Well, you should. Dude, my current use off is goated. So all right. What coins am I going to talk about? I need to turn this off. I'm going to turn this off too. All right. Here we go. Type ones in chat if you're ready. Everyone spam one. Let's clip farm. Yeah. It'll be good content though. So, let me roll through this first thing and then feel free to ask whatever after. We are going to talk about like a lot of shit today. Only position that I am in right now, by the way, is this pigeon coin. I'll explain this after. But I mean, I've been in this for like a little bit. So this week, the biggest coin that ran was Punch the Monkey, which got multiple catalysts. The White House tweeted about it on their main page, and it also got posted on their TikTok today, which sent it from 12 mil to like 18. But the coin topped pretty much at like $50 million market cap. It's been getting tons and tons of views, like millions and millions of views. In any other market, this coin would have gone to 100, 150, 250 million dollar market cap. I'm very surprised that it didn't. This was, in my opinion, my favorite coin that I've seen out in a very long time. I traded it pretty bad, not gonna lie. But yeah, so that happened, and I will say that I wonder what is going to happen in terms of other animal related coins after people saw that Punch failed to break $50 million market cap. Last night there was a similar coin that launched. Well, it's been out for like a little bit, but it randomly got cabal pumped from like 200K all the way to 8 million in one pump. And it's this jelly bean coin. Everyone's calling it the like American Moodang, or like the next Moodang. This thing isn't nearly as viral as Punch. I guess they just have a market maker on board and they were able to pump the absolute shit out of this coin. But yeah, this pumped last night. The Gork situation. So Elon Musk, he tweeted that Gork is going back online, which is basically like Elon Musk's Grok Gork AI agent. This pumped all the way to 14 mil. And I think that this would have been super on meta, especially considering all the other AI coins that we're about to talk about have been popping off recently too. This pumped to 14 mil, but then, of course, just like it has to happen in the trenches every single time, it got vamped. There was another one that popped off and went to like 3 mil. And then as this one died, the other one pumped, and then they both just ended up dying. So, yeah, that was kind of stupid. The fact that we finally had a really good like Elon AI meta type coin that was just so good. And this Gork coin even went to like 90 mil back in the day. So obviously this meta was super solid. But yeah, was pretty upset to see that this got PvP'd, but once again, I'm not really surprised, mainly just because every single time a new coin comes out, they always get PvP'd. On the base side of things, things have definitely slowed down a lot. I think this Kelly Claude coin was definitely the best coin to come out of this. I bought this like literally day one and I had a lot of it and it just nuked all the way down to like 400K. So I took a loss, hence why I have a loss on this coin. And then I just refused to buy back in and it pumped to insane levels and fumbled like 150K on this coin, but it's whatever. No, I fumbled way more than that. I fumbled a lot more. But yeah, so there's this Kelly Claude coin, this Felix coin that are both like basically these agents that are running their own businesses. And I think that that's a really cool narrative. It's something that I would like to do is to build out like a Claude and like an open claw AI agent system and go and build out something like this. I think it would be awesome. There's Anti Hunter, which this coin was launched by the guy who has a VC firm with Logan Paul and Jake Paul. This coin pumped super high and then just went down only forever. Claunch, this was a launch pad for AI agents. It pumped to like 30 or 40 mil, died, pumped back, died again, had a little rebound, and now it's kind of fallen off. And so, yeah, there haven't been a lot of really great base runners. I think just mainly because we're lacking right now, we're lacking quality devs coming in wanting to build legitimate things, and so I think that that's holding it down a little bit. Buttcoin went to around 50 mil. Now it's at like 11. This is like the official Buttcoin. I actually have been considering buying this, but it just looks so weak, and I've been waiting for it to get some kind of legs. Like I almost bought into this run, but that ended up getting sold off pretty hard. Psyop Anime. This is also a coin that a lot of people are super bullish on. I made good money on this when it launched. It died, bounced back, and it's just been like ranging a little bit. There's been some good traders that have been accumulating this. I really like it because it has consistent virality potential, but I don't really know if the market appetite for a coin like this is good enough right now, even though it has everything that you would want. And in any other market, this would be at 50 to 100 mil right now, easily. And it's just sad to see that the market liquidity is so low that there's just like a coin like this that is so viral and Elon retweeted it and everything is just sitting at 5 mil. I just cannot believe it personally. And then I guess the other big thing was this Lobstar coin. I was very let down by this coin. OpenAI dev created this agent, and this coin went all the way to 15 mil. I only scalped it like one time. And then, of course, the bot ended up sending its supply to some random guy who then nuked it. It went from 1 mil all the way back to like 15 mil, and now it's back to where it was when it got hacked. There just seems to be such a little appetite and so low liquidity that you really have to catch these initial runs. So I think that's like the big takeaway on everything. Last coin I guess we could talk about is this Pigeon coin. This is like a white whale style narrative where this guy who's like a mega whale has been accumulating a ton of the supply. He tweeted that he has bought over like $300,000 worth of this coin. And you can see that, like, you know, in this wallet alone, he has 10%, but that's like not even everything that he has. So, yeah, this is another coin that I think could potentially do well. This is like the only coin that I'm in right now. And so, yeah, my thoughts basically on the market overall is just that there's a lot of good narratives that pop up. There's definitely interest in people going out and buying the initial run ups on coins, whether it is Punch, where people want to bid the run up, or bid like a breakout. This Jelly coin, everyone just wants to bid the run up. This Gork coin, everyone just wants to bid the run up. And so that's really like what I think that we're seeing across the board is that, like, the initial run on something that's good, it's like you really do benefit from being early to coins. I know that's like a no shit kind of thing, but like these days, if even if you're early to a coin and let's say it's at 1 or 2 mil, but it has 10 to 20 mil potential, that's really where you want to be, in my opinion. But I've always been somebody who I like to wait until coins cooled off, and I would bid dips on coins here and there. And right now, I just can't do it because the thing is you get caught buying a dip and it may never come back, or it takes days and days and days to come back, and that's just a really shitty position to be in. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened over the last week or two in shitcoins. Still good opportunity, still not super easy, but I do think that this is a really good time to be in the market because there's going to end up being a new meta. There's going to be a new influx, a new wave of people that eventually come in. And eventually, once Bitcoin and Solana and ETH and everything bottom out, then we can finally start to see more attention come back into the trenches, more opportunity, and hopefully more sustainable coins that people can hold a little bit longer. Because I think people are really tired of not buying and like being able to buy and hold a coin long term right now. So that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. Cool. All right. How's that? Quick rundown, very fast. Oh, I'm tired, man. I need some coffee. Dubs in chat. That was good. Not even a single stutter. Thanks. Yeah, so that's one thing for sure that I do want to say just because we're talking about it. So I think public speaking is definitely a big thing, especially now on the internet. You really do want to try to be as good at talking as you can be, for lack of a better term. And I think it's very obvious there's a lot of people that, for what it's worth, like it is hard to try to pull together thoughts on things and talk about them. And so you'll see like a lot of people that will make videos and shit, and you can kind of tell that they're not super used to it and whatnot. I've been streaming for like a really long time, and one of the things that I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually every time I make a video on YouTube or on Twitter or something like that, I always do it in like one take. So that's always been something that like I've just gotten in the hang of doing. So like I posted this video the other day, 15-minute video, was all in one take. This video was all in one take. Like all these videos, I just do them just in one take. And the reason why I do that is just because there's different types of YouTubers that are out there for sure. And there's different types of content creators. There's some people that are like, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to walk through, and then they put together like an entire presentation. But like, I personally don't really resonate with that kind of style of video. I much prefer when I'm listening to somebody, I want to identify someone and be like, this guy knows what they're talking about. And then I want to listen to that guy just like brain dump, just so that I can hear what they're saying. And so I try to do the same thing. Is like, I want people to be like, dude, Ash made a video. There's going to be some shit in here. I want to take 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I want to just like listen to this thing entirely. There's a couple people that do that that I really like. There's this one guy in specific. He does like Pokemon card content, and fuck, what is his name? It's Alpha Investments, I think is what his name is. And all this dude does is he just sits there and he'll talk about like Pokemon and like the state of the market and all that kind of shit. And so it's like that's the kind of shit that I personally want to be watching. I don't really like the over edited style of content. This is also one of the other reasons as to why I don't like smoke weed or anything or do like anything like that. And the reason why is because I'd like to be able to continue to just pull thoughts out of my head and stay on track, because I'm sure a lot of you guys know that like when you smoke and shit, you lose track of your thought process. Teleprompter app is killer if you get good at following a script. Well, here's the thing, I don't want a script. I want to sit before I make a piece of content or on stream or anything like that, and I want to already have the thoughts in my head. Like I don't even want to ever have a teleprompter. I would say this, I probably would be a better creator if I did. If I sat down and planned things out a little bit better, that's like the one thing that I need to do is like I need to plan out the streams a little bit more. And we are going to need to talk about a couple important things on stream today, like the Jack Dorsey thing, and I'm going to need to go and pull some like big articles and stuff that happened, and we're going to talk about those for clips too. But beyond that, like I've always wanted to just be able to know what's going on and then just talk about it. But yeah, I will mod Cupsy changed his name back, of course. Said no weed nerd. When you smoke, how often are you thinking about something and you forget your train of thought? Am I an upper decky kind of guy? I used to be, and then I had to quit for health reasons. Elgato is a pretty sweet screen prompt thing. If you ever, yeah, I've looked into it. I just don't think that it's for me. Reading off a script or a teleprompter, I don't know if this is just a me thing and maybe I need to break out of this, but if I ever watch a piece of content and I feel like somebody is just reading off of a script, I just immediately stop paying attention. Stopped smoking 3 years ago, and it was my best decision to stay focused. You know what happens is a lot of people probably know this. Now we're not even talking about crypto at all. But like what happens when you smoke weed for a long period of time, you will have thoughts, and then if you're talking and you're trying to like have a conversation with somebody, you will always forget your train of thought. And I hated that. Like that was one of the things that bothered me the most, is that I always wanted to be able to just talk and continue thoughts and push forward on like any sort of idea or rant or anything like that without having a thought and then having it disappear. Bro, that's like the worst. And when you're a content creator, because like I've told myself, I'm like, man, it'd be fine. Like I can just, I can smoke a little bit. Like I'll be fine. But then I said to myself, like, what if I want to hop on and make a video? And then I guess the solution to that is that I could technically make a video, and if I fuck up, I could just go back and clip it out and edit it. But like I don't want that. I really want to be able to one take, just totally one shot any piece of content ever. Like just I don't know why. It's so lazy that I don't edit it at all. But you know what's actually interesting is if you look at the content that I post on X, I made this 14-minute long video and it got 80,000 views where I literally did not edit it and I didn't even show anything on my screen the entire time. And I just talked and it got 80,000 views. I was like, God damn, that's crazy. And then let's see. This one got like 13,000 views. This one I was showing stuff like the entire time to paint the picture, but that was a different type of video. But yeah. Anyway, enough about me. We can talk more about like other shit that's going on and ways that we can potentially make money these days. So let's think. Let's see. Nicotine does that as well. You can't focus on simple conversations. I wouldn't say that like most people get drunk off of nicotine, but maybe. Bro said, I guess I'm one of the few that can focus when high because sober I'd be all over the place. When high, things slow down and I can focus. Yeah, that's cope for sure. But I hear you. What happened with agency? I don't even know what that is. Thoughts on the Axiom drama? Here's what I'm gonna do. Third, I'm gonna pull up the Axiom thing. I'm gonna pull up the Jack Dorsey thing, and maybe like 2 or 3 other news event things that happen. And we're gonna talk about those, and then we can just hang out. Agency is Tetsuo Dev worth? Oh no, I'm not touching anything that the Tetsuo Dev does for sure. Definitely not touching anything that he's involved with. 100% not. Can we talk about the Axiom drama? I lost my whole portfolio because of it. How did you lose your portfolio? Did you bet on Polymarket? All right, let me pull up a couple of these. We can chat about this stuff. My thoughts on the Axiom thing are pretty cut and dry, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let me pull it up. Are NFTs ever gonna come back? No, they're not. One sec. All right. Let me pull up Zach XDT. You have me blocked? All right. So we gotta pull this up. What are the other things that we're talking about today? Axiom, what else? Oh yeah. Magic Eden. Jack Dorsey, right? All right, we got a couple things here then, I guess. Good thing is that like today is probably going to be a slow trench day anyway, so I guess it's better that we're kind of just talking about random bullshit. By the way, I'm definitely starting a new company. Like I'm 100% going to fucking do that. Pow just posted in his Telegram and he said, the Lobstar thesis. He says, Lobstar thesis seems to be dead wrong at the moment, and that's okay. Wanted to see it go to the horizon outside of CT. Maybe it will still, but not going to touch up on that anymore unless it recaptures mindshare again. Okay. W Pow. Okay. So, all right, before we get into this, is white whale a buy? Dude, that's actually a very good question. Is white whale a buy here? I actually think that it probably is. How did Punch not hit 9 figs? The reason why Punch did not hit 9 figs, in my opinion, even though it was a million times more viral than Penguin was, is because I think that Punch and Penguin happened too quick. Like they happened too soon of each other. So I feel like people just top blasted the absolute shit out of Penguin and sent it to 180 mil. And I feel like people got sketched and they were like, oh, well, what happened when Penguin died? Like it just bled out forever. And so I feel like there was a psychological thought in everyone's head where they were like, I I don't want to bid Punch super high because Penguin topped and then it just died forever. So I feel like that's like one thing. Two, Penguin also had way more catalysts, like, and it had back to back to back to back catalysts. Like every single catalyst that could have potentially happened, whether it was Elon or the White House or Mark Andreessen or like everybody, dude, it just happened like all within the span of 48 hours. Whereas like this has been a little bit more of like a slow burner. So in reality, Punch could this could actually be like a solid buy on Punch from a risk to return standpoint. But the last thing is that liquidity is just so stretched thin that it doesn't even matter. I feel like that this thing is so viral because everyone's just looking for the next thing. Everyone's just like, what's the next like? What's the next punch? Like, you know, this already had its run. So what's the next one? And I feel like everyone is just sitting there waiting and they don't want to blast something at 13 mil. They want to just wait for the new thing to come out. So I don't know. I feel like that's really what it is. But I feel like if there were more people in the market and if Bitcoin and Solana weren't just constantly like dumping for the past month, then the chances of this having hit 100 mil or 200 mil would have been way higher. But if you had to ask me, by the way, I feel like Punch was way better than Penguin and Mudang and uh, probably not Chill Guy. Chill Guy was like really good, but like I definitely feel like it was better than those, and it didn't get. I mean, the fact that it went to 47 mil and now it's at 13 is just pretty sad. So yeah, and the fact that there were a lot of whales that were holding this coin that were just absolutely nuking into the pumps. But what can you do? Okay, so the Axiom situation. Meet Where's Brooks, one of the multiple Axiom employees allegedly abusing the lack of access controls for internal tools to look up sensitive. Is that does am I does this sentence like allegedly abusing the lack of access controls for internal tools to look up sensitive user details? Okay. So the Axiom situation was basically that there was a guy who worked for Axiom, got called out that he was grabbing wallets that were inside of the Axiom database, and there was like a spreadsheet, and he got caught on a voice call where he was talking about potentially like doing some shit, like said he used the internal dashboard to look up users on behalf of others, and that he helped his friend get hired in the second clip. Okay. And then it says outlined a plan for his buddy to profit 200K quickly by abusing his access at Axiom, which is consistent with similar illicit activity he'd been conducting. So let's just put it like this. I feel like there's a couple things. One, I'm interested to know like how all this stuff got leaked. Like, how did Zach get access to all of this stuff? So that's like the first question. The second is, how often is this happening? How often is it either within a company or like in group chats or F&F groups? Like, how often are people planning to pump something, right? Like, is this like inherently terrible just because it was like a profitable company? Because I feel like this happens like all the time. I don't feel like this is just like an Axiom thing. Um so yeah, I don't really have too much of an opinion on this, if I'm being totally honest, just because I feel like I've seen so much shady stuff that it's like, where really is the book of what is legitimate and what's not? Like, what are you allowed to do and what are you not allowed to do? Everyone's allowed to go out and create coins. Whereas, like 3 years ago, you weren't able to make a coin because everyone would just call you a rugger. So, like, you used to not be able to make coins. Now you can make coins. There's even streamers that will create coins and bundle them on stream and buy them on stream. Like, I feel like that's worse than this, when you have people that like are streaming to an audience, that multi-wallet a deploy that they put out there with the intent of pumping the coin and being like, oh my God, this narrative is so good. And then the coin pumps and then they dump it on stream and then they just go look for the next thing. Like, I feel like that's way worse than this. When that's happening like all the time, you could just go on Twitch right now and you could see it happening. So I don't know. I feel like it's just weird how like, there's definitely like a pick and choose out there of like what is like really bad and like what isn't these days. Like, where do you draw the line? So I guess that's like my thought on that. Um, so Magic Eden, which is one of the biggest ordinal and ETH and Solana NFT marketplaces, they said that they are no longer going to be supporting, I believe it was ETH and ordinals, like ETH NFTs and ordinals, and they're going to be like focusing a lot more on this dicey thing, which is a crypto casino, sports betting, and like their whole like pack ripping thing. This is not surprising to me at all. I would say that as much as there is a community of people that still want NFTs to do well, the fact is that like they're just too clunky. Um, there isn't enough speculation built into them. There's zero onboarding whatsoever, and I think that we've seen that like you could even do everything right, and an NFT project or like a token can still not do super great. And so I feel like with a move like this, it's really not surprising, because what they said to themselves is like, okay, we were like the leading NFT platform for the past couple years and we did really well. We realized that there was an entire bull run where NFTs never had a resurgence at all. If not then when is it going to happen? And so they probably said like, okay, we have this platform, we have a core community, we have a strong brand, and we need to pivot what we're doing. And for what it's worth, like there's a lot of people that have made this move. Like a lot of different companies have moved from like one thing to another. Whether it was like Blur, they were just like a NFT marketplace for a while, and then they tried to do like an entire like chain, like their blast chain, and then that ended up just like totally being a failure. And then now you have a lot of people that are getting into Pokemon, and people are like, oh dude, like I want to rip Pokemon packs. And so that's why like so many of these big like Pokemon platforms like BZ and Courtyard and Collector's Crypt, like a lot of those have started to pop off. If anything, that's like the thing that I want to get the most involved with, in my opinion. Like I feel like that's the area where I should be spending like a good amount of my time outside of shitcoins. Um, it's either going to be like Pokemon cards and RWA that's wrapped up into crypto, shitcoins, whether it's like AI coins or meme coins, and then like AI open claw, like that kind of stuff. I feel like that is the best place to focus your time right now, if you had to ask me. But yeah, so I guess that's like what ended up happening with Magic Eden. The biggest thing that I can remember seeing in forever was this Jack Dorsey post where he made this post on Twitter and talked about how his company Blocks is going to fire 4,000 people from his company. And this post got 55 million views. I cannot believe this. And you don't have to listen to me just read through all this. But basically, what he said is that he was going to lean up his company instead of doing it nice and slow, where he goes and just fires people over time in waves. He's just going to say, all right, we're just going to look at whoever the 4,000 people are that we think are not doing as much as these 6,000 people. We're just going to let you guys go. And then we're just going to do everything else with AI. And I think that the reason why this post got so many views is because everyone was like, holy shit, this company is now going to fire like half of the people that work for it, as AI is starting to ramp up. And we've even seen it with OpenClaw, where now you can just get, a couple Mac minis and you can program an agent to go and do whatever it is that you want it to do. And we're seeing companies that are even being built where there are no employees at all. It's literally just a bunch of agents that are running it. And so I think that this has a lot of people shitting their pants because they're saying, oh, can my job be replaced? Like, is my job going to be replaced? And I'm going to make a very bold statement where I say that I bet you in the next 5 years, the unemployment rate is going to be the highest that it has ever been by multiples. Like, it is going to be 3 times as bad as the absolute worst unemployment rate than you've ever seen. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised to see an unemployment rate of like 30%. That's crazy to say, but you have to think about it. Like, companies need to be profitable if they are going to live. They have to have like that's like a no shit kind of thing. But like, if you are going to run a company, you need to be able to make money. You want to be as lean as possible, and you want to accomplish your goals as fast and as efficient as you can while spending the least amount of money. And once a lot of these big like companies that Fortune 500 and whatever, once they realize that they can lay off half their workforce and replace it, you can lay off half the people that work for you, hire 3 people that are really good at OpenClaw and AI, like, teaching AI bots like how to do a certain task. And then you're like, yeah, just teach OpenClaw, these agents, how to like do HR, or how to do accounting for this company, or research for this company, or lead generation for this company. And then you can just have 3 people that are constantly just prompting these AI agents all the time, instead of having all these other people that are going out there that are working and doing the same work, but it takes 1/10,000th of the time for a computer to do it than a bunch of people to do it. So I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear that. A lot of people are going to be like, no, that's not going to happen. But I could totally see it. And I could see it happening, like I said, within the next like 3 to 4 to 5 years. And that's why this post went so viral, because he basically said like he had 2 options: either cut gradually over the next couple months or years, or just be honest about where we're at and act on it. And he said, a decision at this scale carries risk. But what was funny about this is that his company, the stock price for his company, I wonder if it's just like on here, it pumped like 20 to 25% right after he made this announcement. And so the fact that he fired half of the people that worked for him and then his company gained 25% in value in the stock market was like insane. It was just crazy to see. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. So he made this post, like, I guess it was right around here. And the stock price for his company went from like $52 to like 62. Is that not insane? Okay, let's go. Let's take a step back. I've been talking for a couple minutes, and there's a couple things that I want to respond to. First of all, I really hope this Pigeon coin just fucking sends to the moon. Second, Neek Roach said, honestly, who cares though? We're trading meme coins. It really matters if you're trading meme coins. The reason why it matters is because you have to, if you're trading meme coins, you have to understand everything that's going on in the world at any given moment in time. And that's why I'll give you a great example. 5 years ago, dude, I didn't know shit about the economy. I didn't know why things were the way they were, or interest rates, or any of that. Once you get into crypto, and it's not even just like meme coins, but like crypto in general, you have to understand everything that affects everything. Why is gold and silver mooning? Why is Bitcoin dumping, but the stock market is still like basically at all-time highs? Why is it that when a company fires half of its employees, the stock market or the stock price of that company pumps 25%? Why is that the case? What is going to happen with all these other companies? What is going to be the state of the stock market in general? What's the state of the crypto market in general? If people are getting laid off from their jobs because of AI, how are people going to make money, and where is the money going to come from to pump any crypto asset, meme coins, shit coins, anything really? It could be like Pokemon cards too. Where is this money going to come from if companies are then, like, you got to think about it like this, right? If I'm going to give you a perfect flywheel. You ready for this? This is what matters. If Jack Dorsey fires 4,000 people and investors find that to be so bullish that they pump the stock price of the company 25% in one day, that means that regular people that were getting a paycheck are no longer getting their paycheck. So they can't go out and have a job and go spend money or do whatever it is that they want to do. Where did that money just go? It just flowed right back into the company, right into the stock market. And so now people are making money because other people are getting laid off. Is that not crazy? Because people are finding it bullish that they're saying, oh, he fired half of his company and he's going to be able to hopefully continue to do everything that he's doing and remain profitable and build a sustainable business with half the workforce. And so that means that they're going to be spending less. And if they're spending less, that means that they're going to be making more money, which then means that the stock is more bullish. So you see what I'm saying? Layoffs have always been a way to pump a stock. It's not new. I am agreeing with you, but when I have people that come into my Twitch chat and say, well, why does that matter with meme coins and stuff? So does this information help your Pigeon coin go up? Yeah, if you just don't get it, then like you don't get it. Like I don't have to like explain it to you if you really don't like see why this stuff matters, then I'm not going to like explain it. They're two totally different scenarios. They're completely independent from each other. But I top blasted it. I'm up $300. The W. I feel like this guy is a Benjamin Cowan alt account who's trying to bait me again. Remember? You guys remember. Can you wish me luck for my ankle surgery? Dude, did you like fuck it up or what's going on? Yeah, man. Good luck. I hope that goes well. That sounds like a bitch. Inflation will cause less food on the streets for pigeons to eat. That's funny. Yeah, Gorka's fucked. I'm just going to close both of these. Torn ligaments that never healed from 2 years ago. Jeez. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. For real. Any time that you have to spend in like the hospital or whatever sucks. Oh, I forgot to do the Noti Gang giveaway that I was supposed to do an hour ago. Type 1 if you're in chat. I need to get a good... Oh, dude, there's a lot of people in here. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start doing a Noti Gang giveaway at the beginning of every stream. What is the phrase that we're going to use? We're going to call it Pigeon. How do they do this? Like, I thought that there was a way. Who can participate? Participate. Who can participate in giveaway? Who can participate in the giveaway? So viewers, regulars, remove spammers. Chat announcement. Okay. Viewer luck modifier, regular luck modifier. Okay. We're going to bump this by 5. Okay. So you type in the word pigeon. Oh, dude. Where did all of you people come from? What? I didn't know that there were like 30 people watching. Actually, that makes me feel a lot better about myself. Okay, so here's how it works. Type in the word pigeon. and you will be entered into this giveaway. It's for 0.25 Solana, which is now I'm just realizing is fucking $20. Hmm. You can see we're in a bear. Yeah, people really want giveaways. Okay, I'm gonna choose a winner, but ooh, I'm gonna have to remove this Neek Roach guy's entry because I don't really see how like the economy relates to like the way that this giveaway is ran or something. So I don't see it. He goes, careful, your cortisol is spiking. All right. Who the fuck is this guy? You have 10 seconds to claim, or else I'm re-rolling 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Re-roll. Okay, yeah, what the fuck? I actually am re-rolling this. The guy's not here. Okay, GG. I think he's here. Can you guys type something? Where's all the fucking winners, dude? I'm gonna have to re-roll this for a third time. I know this guy's here. This fucker. All right, open up a ticket in Kanto and I'll fucking. Dude said, that's my cue. Peace out, chat. I knew it. You know what's always I always you know what's funny about that is I actually say the same thing. Like if I'm ever in a chat and some like fucking streamer is doing a giveaway and I don't win, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking out of here. Because you know that like whenever you do that, the streamer will always be like, fuck man, they're only here for the giveaway. And you know it like it hits them deep. Cause then they're like, fuck, nobody cares about me. They just want my money. But I do that shit actually. It's very funny. I think I did that in Sharo stream like a couple days ago. Or Scaro, whatever. However the fuck you say his name. This guy goes, do another one or I'll leave. Yo, Shoddy Low 123. You know what's actually super funny is I went to a Shoddy Low concert and I was on stage at the Shoddy Low concert, like 5 feet from him the entire concert. And I have videos of it as well. Really? Yes, really. I have videos on my computer of how I fucking, because my buddy was like a producer and we went to a Shoddy Low concert in Alabama and we were like the only white dudes there. And I was like on stage for a Shoddy Low fucking concert. Oh, I'm cooking. Wow. This guy is actually going to pump this. Do I have the balls to hold this coin long, though? That's the real question. Yeah, I was, I was kind of goofy. Dude, I love when people like comment on my posts and they're like, are you sidelined? Goofy. Hassan, dude, I re-rolled it. You won, but I re-rolled. No, I've never played any of those games. You've been holding for 14 hours? Dude. I pinged this at like 5 or 6 mil and I didn't want to bid and go to sleep in the event that this just rugged, but I guess this guy, so all right, this is what I'm gonna say about Pigeon. Every single time when people say they're like, it's the next this, it's the next white whale, it's this. I have written that off every single time. This guy is like the first guy that I've actually seen that has money that has been buying back the token verified on chain. The only thing is I wonder if he actually means what he says and he's going to keep pushing it, or is he just going to accumulate like all of this fucking supply and then just like one clip it? And then just be like, thanks for playing. But I don't really think that that'll happen. But let's put it like this. I would not be surprised if it did happen. Whenever you're trading shitters, do you ever say to yourself, you're like, no way is this going to happen? Like, no way can this happen? No, this guy would never do this. Like, there's no way that they're going to let this die. Ash, how come you're never in VC in Kanto? I can actually tell you of one thing. It's something that I need to work on. Is that I have run voice chats in Kanto for the past like 3 or 4 years. For some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm a video creator or what, but every time I join voice chat, I always have to be I'm like the only one talking, like every time. And so it's like whenever we run a voice chat, I always have to be talking. and I just get so tired. Like, even streaming, I don't know. I feel like when I stream too, I just get tired. If you do voice chat, I'll be talking to you 100%. All right, if you're still in chat, type 1. I'm going to do another giveaway, but everyone has to type 1 first. And sure, I'll start doing voice chats more. I mean, people want it. Dude, I really like when I have a voice chat and there's actual people that are also in chat helping. Like, everyone wants to join a voice chat, but no one wants to be the voice chat. They want to listen to the voice chat. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is actually not going to be a giveaway at all. If you're in chat right now, I will start doing more voice chats. I'll start doing more voice chats in Kanto. If you don't have a Kanto membership, I will give you a Kanto membership to try out. Join the Kanto Discord, !Discord in chat. Open up a support ticket and then wait until after stream, and I will send you what you need so that you can join Kanto for free. And if you want to continue to stay in Kanto, you can, and you can hang out after your free month is up, and then you can keep being a part of it if you choose. And if not, then you just got free access, and that's that. Hassan says, "You lie, bro." Dude, I literally had to re-roll it twice because the winners did not claim. You think I give a shit who wins? Like, I don't care. I need people to respond to whenever they whenever I pull a giveaway winner. Whoever was the second guy, whatever it was, still hasn't said anything in chat, so do we say anything in the ticket? Yeah, just tag me. I wish there was more EU trenchers in Kanto. Dude, I hear you. But I'm going to say one thing. You really can't blame, like, I'm in a lot of chats, and a lot of the chats that I'm in are very slow right now. You really can't blame people for being a little bit less active in general, not even just like in a certain group, but like in the market overall. Because, bro, there's a lot of people that are quitting on crypto right now, like a lot. And I feel bad. I do. I feel really bad for there's like a lot of people that didn't make it. There's a lot of people that like are shameful because they thought that they hit their they hit like a certain like goal and then they lost it all. Like, dude, there's a lot of shit. And so I don't really blame people for either taking time off or like certain time zones being slower than others and stuff. Will you consider lowering the price since volume is so slow? I haven't considered it, but I think it's not off the table. Kanto is still like way less than everywhere else. And you have to really like, the thing is that you want to try to keep the quality of the group good. Hey, Alexa, what's up? Listen, Shoddy Low, just open a ticket. I'll give you a free month. I will also consider that as well, because to me, in a time like this, it's like less about the money and more about like the quality and finding opportunity and stuff. So it's not looking good for crypto right now. I know, dude. Not. Target price for Pigeon. I mean, this dude just keeps fucking accumulating. And he's bag working his ass off. So, like, he just posted this. Totally, I've sent everything to Meteora, the code, the mechanism, the idea. They have built custom router program support with CPI accessible swap instructions on a constant product AMM. We didn't have that before in the old world. I'm just a pigeon, no connections, no investors, no funding for development. But I built something that only exists because of what you built. An atomic cell to burn router on DAMM V2. Every cell, the two CPIs, one transaction, permanently supply reduction. Sell, buyback, burn checked, all or nothing, no human in the loop. This is impossible on Ethereum. Too slow, too expensive, two separate transactions. Impossible on any EVM chain. The gas cost alone kills it. Only Solana has the atomic transaction model, the CPI architecture. What the fuck is all this? So basically, he's just saying that, like, this guy created like a thing where all the fees, like all the cells, like burn tokens. Dude, this guy's implementing fucking execution risk into the coin. I'm becoming less bullish. Now I thought that it was just a pigeon. Now he's like hitting up fucking Tolly and stuff. Okay though, but is this slop or no? Because I called and pinged this last night at 5 to 6 mil. I said in my thing that I wasn't buying it because I get terrible sleep when I buy a coin and sleep on it because I just never know what's gonna happen and then I have bad dreams and shit. But yeah, I like woke up this morning, didn't bid the second that I woke up and had the top blast. Your low IQ pigeon mind can't understand it. Well, that's not surprising for you, bro, but like for someone like me, it's different. The realest one out there. Thanks, man. I'm just doing my thing. Yo, this has been a good stream so far. Solid stream. I feel like I've been nonstop talking for like 30 minutes. Oh, is this why the coin pumped again? What is it called? Pomban? And they cope calling it digital gold? Let me ask you this question. Do you actually think that Bitcoin is digital gold or no? Like, why do people even care about regular gold? Is it just because it's like a flex? Because people love to flex when they're wearing gold and people like to see in person when they're wearing gold. They're like, oh shit, this is like diamonds kind of thing. Diamonds. gold has been used for thousands of years and it's tangible. Well, you use gold also. Like gold is used in like to produce things too. So it actually has like a legitimate use case, whereas like Bitcoin is just a fucking Bitcoin. Do you tell people you do crypto? Um, Not really. I don't really talk to people. Whenever anybody asks me what I do, I just say I'm a content creator. Oh, it's vamping. Vamp. We're watching a vamp in place. A vampelodian. Aw, shit. Dude, this is gonna dump down to like 300K. Oh my god. Say it ain't so. We're watching it happen again. Could I move my fast trade bar a little to the left? Sure. Oh, dude. This is about to puke. Cooker bought the generational top. And Xander slammed him. I'd see that. Yeah, Cooker traded this well. He made like 6 bands on this. Why isn't this dumping harder? The OG Amp bought this. Payne bought this. I heard Ash is going to Trench House. No, I will not be. I don't attend in-person things. Call it what it is. Dude, there's like a group of people in crypto that love to go to events. You will not catch me in an event. I've gotten to the point in life where I don't need to go to an event. Aw, dude, come on. Did they ask me to go? No, they didn't. People don't view me as a trencher, bro. They don't know. They don't realize. But that's okay. It's because my wallet was never on KOL scan. You never went to the New York for any of the NFT stuff? Yeah, I did actually. I went to 2 NFT related events. I went to Art Basel one year and I went to NFT NYC. It was cool to meet people, but I'm not doing that again. No. Not worth the risk of, yeah, I mean, when I was in college, I went to like parties and events and stuff, and it's like, I have this thing where clubs and events and stuff where like, you know, you're hanging out talking to people and like drinking and stuff. They feel so like those kind of events feel very weird to me. You go to Art Basel and BTC conference. I mean, Art Basel was fun. I liked Art Basel. And like the thing is a lot of people will like justify going on events and stuff because of networking purposes. And I'm like, dude, yeah, I know. But we live in a world where like if you really want to network with someone, you can just network with them. Like me sitting at home and making videos for as long as I have, if I wanted to, I could just DM anybody and just chat with them. And if there was somebody that I wasn't connected with and I really wanted to like chat with them, I could just make a video and just be like, "What's up? I want to fucking talk to you." When's the next interview? I don't even know who to interview. Like, who is even worth interviewing in this market? What kind of a fucking pump is this, by the way? What is this? They just pump it over the course of an hour and nobody sells? Like, how? Uncle Benjamin? I should DM Ben. Neat is super controlled. Dude, these days, the only way that it makes sense to buy a coin, I feel like, is if it's just insanely bundled. Like, it's so funny when people find a coin and they're like, I'm not buying this because it's too bundled. I'm like, the only way the coins pump is if they're just supplied controlled to the ass. And we saw it with like White Whale, literally sent all the way to 200 mils supply controlled. Pigeon, dude is accumulating a ton of it, supply controlled. Neat. They got to have some sort of supply control on this. Our favorite coin ever, Pippin, the most supply controlled coin on the face of the entire blockchain. This is just what it is, dude. I feel like these days you're better off like you're going to get cooked on a coin that is just like a random deploy that has no team. I would almost rather like try to identify a coin that has been specifically bundled and just pray that like the team doesn't fuck me over. Because a lot of times like they at least try to pump it a little bit depending on what it is. Yeah, there's such thing as like good and bad bundles. No. No. No, don't sell it off. Man, what the fuck? This guy bought 7K to sell what? Why the fuck would he do that? Damn, this guy bought $700 and made 2K. You sold Pippin for a loss at 2 mil? Unfortunate, man. I made like really good money on Pippin, actually. 30K. I should tweet about that, by the way. What made it run to a Billy? Was there a catalyst? Have you ever looked into it? They completely gave up on it like a year ago. It's totally fake. Dude, Pump Fun is absolutely pumping the shit out of Pigeon. They keep posting about it. Go up, dude. Go up. Not gonna lie, if this dumps, I'm gonna definitely buy back. Oh, okay. We're in the part of the stream where now I can just chill. Because I've bag worked, clip farmed my ass off. What am I gonna do for dinner today? Haven't even thought about that yet. Am I gonna buy punch? No, I'm not. I like punch. I just don't get why it keeps getting sold off this hard. Either this is generational entry or it's over. Damn, I need to piss like really bad. Information that all of you, I'm sure, were very concerned with. I keep holding size overnight and being down. Yeah, I know. I feel like these days it's so hard to sleep on a coin because they all just never bounce. Do I ever set limit orders? Never. Never. I never set limit orders ever for any reason. Man, I like Pokemon cards, but goddamn, the pricing of this shit is getting insane. What does wash trading mean? Wash trading is like just fake volume. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pee. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What's up? Like, why would I not buy like 20K worth of punch here? Do I lose if I do that? Bottomed? Genuinely asking, like, is this coin actually fucked? You had a 20K this morning DCA of Doom? All right, but when's the new pinball machine arriving? It's never going to be in the background of this place. I'm currently talking to my girlfriend about where we're going to move or what the situation is going to be with it. Did I see Cooker's post about Punch about how he was saying that like it does like virality doesn't actually really matter because nobody that sees coins outside of uh like outside of crypto Twitter even matter? I feel like the virality thing is actually like kind of a psyop because people are like, "Oh my god, this is so viral." And it's like, "Okay, but just because it's viral, like I've thought about the other side of that. Like you want to say, "Oh, something's viral, so naturally a lot of people see it, so it has mind share." But why does virality even matter if it doesn't bring in like buyers? Like let me ask you a question. Let's say that there's a product that you own that you created and it's super viral on social media and it gets like 50 million views or something like that, but then none of them ever sell. Like why does it matter how viral something is if there's no buyers? Fuck, I should have just bought this. When did I first buy Punch? I literally sized Punch super hard at like 4 mil and I got shaken out because there were people in another group chat that I was in that were dumping on me. And then it literally just mooned. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so annoying. I was like, why am I buying your cells? And then I sell too early and then the coin moons. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just overall, very tilting situation. All right. See you later, Zeus. Was a great example of not trusting my own conviction for sure. Trump directs the US government to cease use of all anthropic technology as feud continues. Yeah, okay. Dude, there's literally nothing that the government is going to be able to do to fucking stop AI. Will memes ever reach the ceilings of 2024? Has the game been solved? The space needs to grow like there needs to be like 5 to 10 times as many people in the space. There's just not enough money. There's a very finite amount of money and that pot is not growing. Should have been your moves tonight. Make your move tonight. Should have been, should have been. So basically, it's over. I mean, no, dude. It's the same thing that always happens. Like people get into stuff and then they get out of it, and it's just like as time goes on, like things grow. Break. Is there even anybody left for me to trust for goddamn sake? Why? How long will you be streaming? Probably not that much longer. My midday nap is calling me. Is there even anybody left for me to trust for goddamn? Man, I wonder if this pigeon coin is like really gonna fucking pop off. I feel like it is. All right, I have way too many tabs open. I have to close like a million of my tabs because my computer is not liking this. All right, we can get out of that. We can get out of this. We can get out of that. Out of that. Oh yeah, I was looking at this too because there's this dude that I track who literally fucking. Oh my god, my computer, dude. Dude, whoever posted that in the chat is goated. Suraj, literally, bro, that was such a goated message. Seriously, that was really fucking solid. I wish that I had looked into it like 2 seconds earlier, though. Begging for a feature that's a no, it's not a maybe. Mission like the Ouija fucking Daisy on a daily bitch. All right, what can we close out of this? Can close this. Can close that. Close that. That. No limit. Cozy dinner beach. Not divided. All right. You're gonna head off? All right. See ya. Yeah, I'm mad. I should have bought this dip. Fuck. I'm just a pigeon, bro. I'm just all in on fucking pigeon right now. Hoping that this guy sends this coin to 20 mil. Would be so nice. Yeah, this stream was long enough. I'm gonna hop off and do some other stuff. We got like a lot of really good clips today. So thank you guys for coming around and for helping out and asking questions, and hopefully I was helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. Good stream. Good stream. Let's see. I will probably stream again. What's today? Friday? I don't know when I'm gonna stream again, actually. Maybe tomorrow. We are gonna have a lot of clips that come out though. So the clips are gonna be good. Thank you guys for watching on all platforms. I do appreciate that a ton. Third, I will send you a message after stream. Beyond that, thank you guys for pulling up. I really appreciate the support and everything.